Why Atlanta ñu ma ooyee Mo Dramé. And I was part of the 1996 Olympics team for the Gambia. Live in Atlanta since then. Yeah, and I'm a retired runner now.
So what do you do now? What's good for the people in Gambia and over here as well?
Well, over here I'm an entrepreneur. I'm self-employed. Have my own parking company. I do employ a couple of Gambians. Back in Gambia, I do visit Gambia frequently, at least every 3 months or 4 months a year. So I'm part of like both Gambia and America. I'm having the best of both worlds. But Gambia is a place that you know, a lot of young people coming up. They have a bright future. You know, the Gambia is moving, and anybody over here thinking that Gambia is not moving, they're fooling themselves. The Gambia is moving.
What's your message for the people back home in Gambia?
Well, the message to my people back home in the Gambia, let's just support each other, have each other's back, stop the fighting, let's unite. The Gambia is ours. Nobody else will come to Gambia to develop the Gambia for us. Let's just encourage each other. Whenever we see somebody moving on, instead of like trying to bring them down, we have to support them. If you're gonna support them, kind of show them some signs of encouragement. That way, you know, the future could be bright for, I mean, that's a bright future for them. So let's just support each other and unite. A house divided is going to be a house that's going to be bound to fall. So let's just have a house and put our house in order and support each other.
Total togetherness.
Yes, sir. Unity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, champion.
One love.
I appreciate you always, man, for the love, man. Keep it up. You keep up the good job, too.
Bless.
Thank you very much. Thank you, champ.
Kontaan si yéen seen teewaay parce que dérangement dafa métti yéen a ngi def liggéey bu baax di kontaan si yow Alima di kontaan si Lamine Thiam di wax ne dalal leen jàmm July 4 bi yéen a ko neexal kontaan nañ waa Gambie ñu ñoo gis di gis mbokk yi di gis am di jàmm yi seen liggéey rafet na torop that's a big thing July 4 bi moom musta am neex na torop.
waaw li may wax fii nag mooy ndeysaan sama mbokku Gambia yi kontaan naa ci ñoom trop ndax li ñu def fii neex na lool tey ku ñëw ci July 4 bi xam ne Gambia dañu am jom ndax Gambia li ñu baaxoo mooy am nañ jom nangoo liggéey bëgg seen bopp bëgg seen réew te jàmbaar dawul dafa wuti doole ndax lépp lu ñu am ci bitim réew rek Gambia lañ koy indi sampe ko ay kër foofu teral seen ay mbokk teral seen ay yaay teral seen ay doom ak seen i papa ak seen i jabar kon nag Gambia jaaraama di ñaanal na président Yaya Jammeh yàlla na fi yàgg lool Papa Ndiaye géwal nag mi ngi waaj waaye na la may dana la woyaat ndax Yaya da ngaa baax te man li tax ma bëgg la mooy da nga gëm Africa panafricanisme nga te man africain la.
This is the news at 12. This is the news at 12. In our top stories, cabinet ministers converge on their 7-hectare maize field in Jalamba village for a day's weeding exercise. New Chief Justice Mabel Ayemang urges local tribunals to endeavor to adjudicate with confidence and perception and put all parties coming to them on one pedestal. Washington policymakers haggle over whether the U.S. should continue its huge military support to Egypt amid widespread international condemnation over Cairo's clampdown on protesters. And authorities in Canada intensify efforts to reduce the spread of cyberbullying in the North American country. Well, there's another stories coming here this half hour. I am Fatou Jassi. propelling efforts to revitalize judicial competence and efficiency in her first nationwide tour of jurisdictions. After assuming office, Chief Justice Mabel Ayemang has told tribunals across the country they are an integral instrument of the judicial landscape and as such must constantly endeavor to adjudicate with confidence and perception, putting all parties coming to them on one pedestal. Ibrahim Ajata reports Chief should well increase judicial authorities under the questing initiative seeking to energize justice delivery.
In the assessment of the judicial scene, looking to raise the standard of justice delivery, Chief Justice Mabel Ayemang visited court facilities in the Lower River region following a brief stop in Bansang. Meeting district tribunals in the region for the first time, the new Chief Justice hailed chiefs for the vital efforts shaping justice administration in their communities.
It occurred to me that in order to do any meaningful work, I had to have an idea of justice delivery in the Gambia and see all the courts and tribunals in the Gambia, to see the structures, but also to interact with the persons who work in justice delivery.
Getting to meet tribunals to address issues impeding their functions is really important for judicial officials as they advance what the Chief Justice likes to call a family meeting intended to knit boundaries and chart practical solutions to problems affecting courts and local arbitrators. And so, building capacity and resource allocation, raising efficacy, joins her list of priorities.
The purpose is to craft a way forward in the delivery of justice, to assess where we are at this point, recognize our successes, and decide that we will stick to them and not do anything contrary to that. We also need to look at our mistakes and weaknesses so that we can improve. And the whole point is giving access to qualitative justice for the people of the Gambia.
Provincial chiefs greatly appreciated the interlace and eagerly welcomed the judiciary's plans to initiate intensive training programs to improve their judicial and adjudicating skills. With immense jurisdiction over all matters arising in their communities, the Chief Justice sees district tribunals as a major judicial instrument.
I have been involved in judicial education for a very long time, and 2 years ago, we started a continuing judicial education institute. It has been my passion that you do not just appoint people to office to sit in judgment over others without equipping them to do so properly, justly, fairly, and in a way that will build confidence in the people who go to the courts. So, judicial education is paramount, of paramount consideration to me, and I intend to do everything I can to equip every level of the judiciary.
Lower River Region Governor Lamin Dabo already perceives a bright future in local justice administration, bringing increased competence in district tribunals.
The Chief Justice has unveiled the fundamental parameters of the justice delivery system in the Gambia. This was very brief but very concise. What now beholds us is to ensure that we take our work seriously. With the coming of the new Chief Justice, I am convinced a lot of your concerns will be addressed. You have also highlighted the issue of having courthouses. These were also concerns of the Gambia government.
And here the Chief Justice underlines her key message to adjudicators, even as she rounds up her first tour of the judicial landscape across the country.
It is fundamental to justice that people who go to court leave feeling that they have been heard, and also that the adjudicator is impartial. It makes for confidence in the work of the courts, because unless people are satisfied with what they go to court for, a time will come that when people would simply decide either to live with their grievances or take the law into their own hands. It is important for people to know that adjudicators are fair and impartial and transparent and will do their best to apply the law, and also that they will be heard to the fullest.
Taking justice to the doorstep of every Gambian, an invigorated drive in the judiciary seeks to do more than just that as officials endeavor to instill increased